Hey, sixth grade, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing good. I wanted to talk to you guys about sponges today. So please make sure you get your notebooks out and that you title your section sponges. These are not considered arthropods. This is the 8th group in our our invertebrate section of our animal unit. Okay, so these are just sponges. So I just want you to title your page this way. Okay, and we only have a few notes, but underneath your notes, I want you to find this picture, which has all your sponges in it, and make sure that you include this in your notes. Some of you are not including your pictures in the photos that you send me of your notes, and I'm always asking you where they are. This is part of your assignment. So from now on, so from sponges on, make sure that you are including the image in the picture that you send me for credit. Otherwise, I will not give you credit for the assignment. Okay, I know that some of these things might seem a little bit like I'm being a little bit annoying about having things, but you guys, we need to make sure that we're following directions, okay? We need to make sure we're reading directions, that we're following directions, and that we're submitting things correctly, okay? I am giving you lots of grace and lots of love with your assignments. However, you guys still are responsible for making sure that you are following all of the directions, okay? At school, there would be no problem. This is a part of you being more responsible and able to complete tasks that are given to you in a much more mature way. So please make sure that you are adding these pictures and that when you take photos of your notebooks, that those images are in there, okay? That's my public service announcement. I'll shut up now and talk about sponges. Okay, guys. So sponges are, again, this is something you need to write down. Aquatic organisms that are, I'm not sure how to say this word. Sessile, and it's spelled Sessile. I feel like that's how you say that, which means they are fixed in one place. That means that they don't move around, okay? So they are aquatic organisms. They live in the water, and they are fixed in one place. They do not move, okay? Let's see. Another characteristic is they are multicellular with just a few types of cells. You could just write simplest kind of multicellular animals, and that's fine. Okay, so another important fact about these guys is that they are filter feeders. Okay, what does this mean? This means that they, let's see, I'm looking it up here because I wanted to make sure that I told you guys the right information. They don't really necessarily have like a mouth opening. So on the internet, it says that most sponges eat tiny floating organic particles and plankton that they filter from the water that flows through their bodies. Okay, so their body is a sponge. I was gonna say it's kind of like a sponge, but it actually is a sponge. And then it filters all the nutrients inward, and that's how the sponge is able to feed. And a living sponge, a living organism in the ocean, it's going to absorb all of that, and then through that, that's their filtering system. So all the nutrients and all the things that it needs to grow and reproduce and do all of its spongy things is what it takes in, and everything else it leaves out, okay? It does not have a circulatory, digestive, or nervous system, and also no true tissues or organs. So it's kind of weird. Okay, so no circulatory, digestive, or nervous system. So it doesn't have any blood because it doesn't have a circulatory system. It doesn't have like a stomach. It doesn't have a digestive system. And it doesn't have any true tissues or organs. So they don't have like kidneys and lungs and things like that, okay? Their body shape is designed to improve water flow. So the water enters through the pores, called the ostia, O-S-T-I-A, and it leaves through the chimney-like hole called the osculum. Okay, write all that down. It's very important. Very important. So in your picture, you can see that it has kind of this like main chimney-like hole at the top. And so the water flows through and then it exits through that top hole. Reproduction can be sexual or asexual. Sponges are hermaphrodite, which means that they have male and female abilities at the same time. Okay, so reproduction is both sexual and asexual. And they are found worldwide, mainly marine, which is saltwater, but there are a smaller number of freshwater species. So most of them are found in the ocean. There are a few, though, that we could find in freshwater, which means like rivers, lakes, little ponds, things like that where the water is not salty. So anytime you hear the word freshwater, it means non-marine, non-salty water. Okay, that's pretty much it. They're kind of cool. They're kind of weird. They don't have blood and they feed through filters and they're a sponge. So next we're going to be talking about all of the vertebrates. So this whole entire section of 8, this is our last category, have been invertebrates. That means they have, some of them have soft bodies, they do not have backbones, and they, let's see, we talked about arachnids, which are spiders, we talked about echinoderms, we talked about, I feel like I can't remember, but we have a lot, 7 other ones that we've talked about, and now sponges. And so now we're going to move on to the more the larger animals that have backbones. Okay, so we will do that next week. I'm going to post it Friday, which is tomorrow, and then you guys will just take your notes and make sure you upload them so I can grade them tomorrow. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.